Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Adjusting Success. We'll wait for a few people to join in. But this week we're going to be talking about our social media profiles, how to do them correctly, and how to maximize your efforts while you set this all up. Really important when you're marketing anything is to not lose effort and not to waste time. We are always in a debate in our office about this. How much time are we really wasting creating content and this social media stuff? If you feel anything like me about social media, it's like a double edged sword. You know you need to do it. You don't want to do it. But it's just where we are at and what we do with brick and mortar and being service providers. We need to have great social media content, not the content itself as far as production and cameras and all that stuff, but we need to have a good social media presence in order to continue to churn that wheel of marketing in our office. Um, it depends how long you've been practicing and how you feel about it. If you've been practicing for a while, you probably have mixed feelings about social media, and I completely understand it. But let's get into the importance of maximizing your time on social media and setting it all up correctly. Some things have changed in Meta, and which means Instagram as well. So I think those are the top two profiles we need to be keeping an eye on. But I mean, there's lots of value in your YouTube channel, your LinkedIn channel. Um, TikTok, I mean, as long as you stay away from the conspiracies, TikTok is the most viewed social media channel out there, but we really need to dissect what that means. I mean, even though TikTok has a lot of the viewership, it's not your demographic. It's younger demographic. So that's what I mean. When it comes to healthcare, I think we can all agree that 30 plus in age demographic is our ideal client ranges. Very few of us have ideal client ranges below that unless we're into like high school sports, we're on professional teams. Then the 20 something crowd is something we're into. But for most of us, cash based providers, we're in over 30. So again, social media is what we're going to be focusing on today, how to set it up properly, how to make sure your social media is set up properly so that everything you do maximizes your performance and doesn't waste a lot of time. The days of posting just a picture, remember how it was easy, a graphic, and just scheduling it all out is actually the lowest form of content you can do. It gets the least amount of viewership and it doesn't please the algorithms at all. So really, what we want to be doing is video content. But let's start early with setting this all up. Let's make sure we're all set up properly. So if you don't use TikTok, then ignore it. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you should probably get one, but you could ignore that information too. But I'm just going to briefly touch on each one. So TikTok's very easy. This should be your business profile that you set up for there. And that's all you really need for TikTok is because you can cross promote across platforms your content and then you can just post it to TikTok. Now, if you know anything about TikTok, it's just video. So your only option with TikTok is video. So shooting video content is really important because same with YouTube. The only content you can really post there is video content. So make sure your YouTube channel is directly linked to your Google account that is linked to your business. Many of you use Google or Gmail for something along your business. That's the one you want to link it up to. Create a YouTube channel there and just start posting all your videos to YouTube. It's beautiful. It's saved on their servers and they're saved as MP4s for later. I love it. It's there. That way you're not bogging down your computers with MP4s. You could probably save those on a hard drive somewhere else. So make sure that's all cleaned up. You can brand it nicely when you're in there. You can have headers. You can have your pictures there, your logo, and you can make it look good. And then as your videos continue to be posted there, you start to build a YouTube following. Naturally, it will just happen, but your videos can be there then cross platform there as well. Any questions about if you guys have questions, pop up as needed. Don't wait for me to pause or anything. I will stop when you guys have questions. And I always have to do my personal Facebook page because I can never see the questions that come up there. So that's YouTube because video, right? So if we're going to talk about video content, we really need to be on top of that um, as far as posting this stuff. So that's important there too. There we go. Good. Any no questions yet. So that's what we're going to do there. Now, setting up Facebook, really important here. You should have a couple pages set up. So the confusion, I just did a marketing matters talk this weekend on exactly some of the stuff that we're talking about here, and I learned a couple things there as well. When you log into your Facebook account, what you are logging into is your profile. So we need to understand profile, pages, and groups. They're three different things. They're three very different things. So I want you guys to focus on your profile and most importantly, your pages. So once you go in there, many of you have your profile and you have your business page. Fantastic. You're doing it great. Keep it that way. Keep promoting all your stuff onto your business page. That is wonderful. What you must do is create a page for yourself. So you're going to have Dr. Enrico Dolcecore page, not profile. You're going to create a page that's going to go under your ads manager later. We'll get into this in a second. If anyone else works in your office, you're going to get them to start a page as well. Your associate doctors, your other people that may be in your office, whoever's in there that plays a role in the care that you give, should have a page. Then those are considered assets because your profiles are not. Your profiles are your personal owned property that when you go into Facebook, that is how Facebook declares that's you. You have to submit your email, your phone number, all that personal information there. That makes the account holder you. You're owned to this. Then you can move these pages as assets underneath your ads manager account. This will come. I'll tie this all together at the end. But what you should learn right now is create a page. So create a professional. I'm going to write this in the comments here. Professional page for yourself. So stop using your profile for many of that stuff. Your profile, honestly, from a business perspective, is completely useless. When you post all that stuff, all your friends are seeing your stuff, your family seeing your stuff. That's great. You can continue to use it. Post your family pictures there, maybe your personal stuff, things that you want to save. Use that on Instagram and your personal page. But when it comes to marketing, I would be creating a page and just posting to that. My day-to-day life stuff, I would post to my Dr. Enrico page. That's what I would. So pages. So do this tonight. That's your homework right now or tomorrow, is to create a page. Don't worry about the likes or the amount of content on there because you're going to start building that content. Make sense? So don't worry. You don't need to go get likes. You don't need to invite your friends to that page. Do not invite your same industry friends to that page either. Don't go out and tell people, hey, can you come like my page and fill it up with a bunch of chiropractors? Because if you do that, the algorithm thinks you create content for chiropractors. I speak for this personally. I have done this. I do this. And for my clinic page, it doesn't come to any use because I have all these chiropractors following me, that the algorithm thinks the more that I create content, the more I'm trying to lean towards chiropractors. And that's not the truth. I'm trying to lean towards my community, trying to get people around me to start following me and maybe someday buy my services. Make sense? So don't invite friends. You want to keep this thing local or to whatever you're doing. Where this has come to serve me is in this, where I'm trying to talk to chiropractors here. Now, my YouTube channel and things like that, that's directed specifically to health and service providers. That's completely different. Most of you don't fall in that category. So create a page. Your Instagram account is the same thing. You'll have an Instagram account and then you'll have a business account as well. And you can link those together. You can link your business Facebook page and your business Instagram account together, and those can cross post. Then you can use your Facebook page, your doctor page, and connect it to your Instagram personal page. You can connect those two together and they can cross promote as well. On Instagram, the algorithms are different. So it doesn't matter how many people follow you. Instagram's built on getting as many followers as possible. That's how you start to show it to more people. And that how the reels work and all that. So that one works different. Facebook is not. Facebook is trying to find audiences. Its algorithm is set up to really get detailed and fine-tune audiences. So when you're posting on your Facebook page, make sure it's that page that we talked about and not your profile. Stop wasting your time on your profile. Make sense? If it doesn't, it took me a while too. So don't worry about that. So you're all just going to create a page and you're not going to worry about how many people like it. If you got 3 likes, who cares? You're just going to constantly post daily to that page and start to build the algorithm on there. Then that page asset, Dr. Enrico, goes under your business, your account, your ads manager account. So under your ads manager account, you're going to have Full Life Card, your chiropractic office, Dr. Enrico, associate number 1, associate number 2, whatever, massage therapist, nurse practitioner, whoever is following your guide and has a page, not profiles. You can't put profiles underneath your ads manager. That's where we're going with this, is for advertising. Then what ends up happening, this is the magic. When this, you want your ads to work, you want to do Facebook ads and get leads, a lot of leads for lower cost. This is how you do it. You build all these as all of the people in your office are posting to their pages. Now you've got 2 times the volume, 3 times the volume, 4 times the volume, depending on how many people are doing this. Those audiences are now being saved under the asset. Who's the asset? You, your ads manager. That's being saved. So as people come and go, employees do leave. They take their social media with them, they go. But in the background, your audiences are all under you. They get it too, but because the algorithm follows them, but you save all the audience information that's there. So every day, every week, and every month that goes by, you're building a solid algorithm. So when you continue to run ads, you're just getting lower cost per click, lower cost per lead, lower cost per conversion. Perfect. That means more money you spend, more conversions you get. So this is where this all goes around. Any questions about that? I'm going to slow down for 1 second, just so you guys can ask any questions about that, because that confused me. So I'm sure there might be some questions from you guys as well. Anything there about Facebook pages? You all need to create a page. Does that make sense? Is there, see, this didn't pop up. Is the public figure page the same as a page? It shows that I can boost posts, but not sure if I can run ads. Right. So that question, you guys hear that? So that is the public figure page the same as a business page? No. I wonder if I can present, share screen. Let's do this. Ooh, okay, sweet. All right, so we are in here. Let's go to Facebook. We got our page. This is our profile. So look on my left here, if you guys can see this. So here's my profile. Here's my page. When you click on your profile, what you'll see is followers and following. You won't see any advertising here. But when you go back to your page, a page is different. Page is set up. It can be set up as a public figure, but a page is an asset that can go under somewhere else. You see here, here's all the assets under the profile that owns this, which is me. Here you go. Makes sense? I hope that makes sense. See, it's super confusing. But this is a profile. This is a page. These are pages right here. See, Elon, right there. There you are, buddy. This is a page, and you can assign people to help control your assets. So you have assigned me to be able to help control your assets, which means I can post on your pages for you if you want, or whatever that may be. But I can't do that with profiles. So pages are different. Pages are right here. And then you can see the pages, how they work differently but you can't see profiles in here. So I hope that makes sense. So there we go. I'll get rid of the sharing. Any questions about that? Does that make sense? Yes, but you can advertise on your page as well. If you create your profile and switch it over to a digital creator, and then you can switch that back to a public figure after, you can then use your regular profile page to boost content and go from there. But the point of this is that you've had your profile for years, and the people following it are not the people you want to be spending money on for advertising. Does that make sense? So using your personal page to advertise the algorithm isn't going to be strong enough. You're going to say, well, Enrico, you can target people when I advertise. Yes, but the algorithm is now using all your content that you've used. For me, I first had Facebook in 2006. I was still in grad school. I was still in chiropractic school. So all the stuff I was doing in chiropractic school and posting on there, the algorithm has been slowly been feeding that I was a student and a chiropractor and all my friends are chiropractors, and then now it thinks that everything I do is for chiropractors. But really now what I want to do is boost on my profile to get people to my clinic, and you wonder why your ads don't work as well. That's why. So don't worry about all that. Don't worry that you've had a profile since 2006. Create a new page today, 2023. Make it a professional page. It will have no pictures on it. It will have no history on it. That's great. It's nice and clean. And as you post now and now on, you'll have updated information. It's going to be great. And then when you do ads from there and you pick from your ads manager how you want to do an advertisement, you can pick your business page, you can pick your professional page, you can pick your associates page to be the sponsored content that goes out there. That way, if you ever have an account that shuts down or a page that gets blocked, you've got other assets that can keep advertising. That's one reason. But the other reason is the algorithm. Well, this is what I finally understand is we're just building this back machine algorithm of everyone targeting the same thing. So my associates are going to be posting things for the community. The other people, the other assets in the group are going to be posting things for the community. I'm going to be posting things for the local community. Then when I put out advertisements, they're targeting our ideal clients. It's going to all come together. And as these machines keep building, we definitely want to be on top of that. Make sense? I hope so. Keep asking questions. So that's what we want to be doing for our social profiles. Do not worry about followers because we're doing this to do ads. So it doesn't matter if you have one person following you or 1 million people following you. When you do your ads, you're going to target people anyways. The reason of having the pages is that you're going to build the algorithm to tell the system who is your audience, who are you targeting to. Yes, you can pick the age and the radius and all this stuff, but behind it, it's saying, well, listen, you post all this stuff about dogs. You must be a dog creator, a dog content creator. And then you're sending out stuff saying, hey, you should get your teeth cleaned. I see the disconnect now and why costs per leads are so different. So when you help people from around the country, like I have, and Canada, and you see why some people do well, some people don't in the exact same city, that now it all makes sense. It's the background, the algorithms that they've created. One is using their profile from college, and the other one just created a new profile 5 years ago that's been all content for their new office. So very interesting how that works, and it actually does work really well. Good. Anything else on that? Good. We're doing good. Okay. So that's where we're at with that. Then we move into Instagram. Instagram's pretty simple. Have a business page, have your personal page, focus on the business page. That's where all your content should be going. We should move there. Twitter, X, whatever you're using there, it's worth having. And then you can use cross-post platforms like Social Suite, or there's a Hootsuite. There's a bunch of ones out there that you can just use, and they can post all your content and schedule all your content on there. So it doesn't matter how many channels you have, you can just automatically post it, which makes that super simple. So the posting should be the easiest and fastest thing for you in your office if you have good systems. The toughest thing should be creating, the most consuming thing should be creating the content. And now that we know that video is king, video is the way to post everything. People would rather watch a short 20-second video than they will read a graphic. It's not that people won't, it's that the algorithms won't show your graphic to anybody. Can you have multiple professional pages linked to different businesses? Yes, you absolutely can have pages, professional pages, linked to different businesses. Because the businesses, you can assign permission to as many businesses as you want. Think of it like digital marketers that you've hired before and how they've had access to it. So their asset management can have access to your business page or your page that you assign to them, then you can have a different person, different digital agency. Some of you still have me attached to your pages because I've helped you in the past 3, 4, 5 years ago, and then you have other agencies in there as well. If we're truly not doing work anymore, you should go back in there and like remove me from having access to that, and remove anyone that has worked with you in the past but no longer works with you anymore. Make sure you're removed from your page. Anyways, that's an aside. But the answer is yes. You can have multiple assignees to multiple professional pages. Yes, great question. Great question. Twitter, just having a professional account is great. And you can do the same thing there too. You can have a business page, a business Twitter feed, and a person like your doctor page as well. Then the thing now is just trying to get the same handle across as many as you can. So just find what works for you. Is it your dr. last name profile for your Facebook page, your X page, your Instagram page? Is it that? Is it your full name, comma DC, MD, whatever you are? Just finding that, and then trying to find the same handle across all of them, right? If your name is Matthew Smith, it might be tough getting the handle across all platforms. So just think about little things like that to make it easier when you tell people you can find me at the @ symbol. You have a whole bunch of issues with that going, like our office. We got Full Life Chiropractic, Full Life Chiropractic, Full Life Chiro for Instagram, and then Full Life Chiro P1 for Twitter. So stupid. Kind of useless. But anyways, little things. Don't get OCD like me about that stuff. It's just, who cares? Just create it. Done is better than perfect. Go out there and do it. But pages is number one. Then we have the YouTube channel we talked about, and then we have LinkedIn. Don't forget about LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a little powerhouse that if you use some of these social platforms that auto post for you, you can squeeze LinkedIn in there as well. And then you can have your content going to your LinkedIn professional page as well. This stuff is useful. There's other chiropractors following, there's other professionals following, and the algorithm is completely different on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a web. It's a spider web. Think of it that way, rather than this matrix, this crazy matrix algorithm like Facebook. LinkedIn is a web. So what it does is it puts you in the center of the web, and then it's like 6 degrees of separation. Who people you may like to connect with. And what they're doing is, as you start connecting with people, you start getting to the second layer of the web, then the third layer of the web, and then they're finding connections of who that person is connected to. And if you guys both like these same 3 people, then they connect 6 people from those that they think, and then you have the permission on LinkedIn to go in there and be like, yeah, I'll connect with them. Yeah, I'll connect with them. I have no idea who that is. I'll skip that. And you can pick your connection as you build your web. And as time goes by and the more people that you connect with on LinkedIn, the more intricate this web gets, but it's a web. And then how they display your information is to the web, to that spider web that you've created. Super cool. Then you can do paid ads on LinkedIn, and then it will show it to everyone else. And you can target, you'd be like, just show it to my city or show it to my area. Then now all professionals get that. Very different concept in marketing, where you can build networking and referral base off of other professionals in the air. Very smart stuff. We'll do an advanced thing on LinkedIn later. For now, many of you, 99% of you, need to clean up your social media, and that's where we go from there. So I'll pause for questions, but here's a challenge for you and what you're going to do, whether you have this set up correctly right now or not, or whether you're setting it up tomorrow, doesn't matter, or you've been doing it for years. What you're going to do starting tomorrow, soon, it gets fresh top of mind. You got to do this now, otherwise you're never going to do it. And you want to be ahead of everyone else. And here, for the first time, I've never been too worried about competition, but for the first time in a long time, I am now concerned about people around me in my local community, especially other chiropractors, because this is a race to the finish line. And the person who crosses it first in your area is going to win. There will be a dramatic win here. Huge win as far as new patient flow. I'm telling you, don't believe the hype otherwise. You need to cross this line first. And we've done a really good job. In our area, they're screwed. Anyone around me is screwed. But for the rest of you, I want you to be in that same situation as well. You need to cross this finish line. So what it means is creating it like this, building the audiences, and then looping audiences later. And as long as you follow me, I will guide you through this whole thing. But in the meantime, it's just posting every day something to all your platforms and building like this momentum of content where people are like, why are you always on my feed? Once you start getting comments like that, could take 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. But as soon as you start to get comments like that, then you can go back and you can look at your content and be like, okay, how many people, how many views have we seen and how many likes have we got? And you'll start to see a trend. You'll start to see 3 likes, 1 comment, 47 views. 4 likes, 1 comment, 59 views. 1 like, no comments, 56 views. And then you get the point. Then what will happen is you get 16 likes, 2 comments, 296 views. And then the next one goes back to no comments, 54 views. And you go and you stop for a second and you pause and you look at that one with 200 natural views and you hit the boost button on it. And you boost it for $1 a day for 7 days. And you continue posting your other stuff. The next time that happens again, where you get 300 views, 65 likes, and 7 comments, you boost that. You just start boosting. And you're telling the algorithm, hey, start sending my content to these audiences that I'm targeting. Then the snowball effect starts to happen. Then you go back and look at a few of those boosts. How much have we spent? $7, $7, $28, right? And now you have data over 2 months where you look back, you're like, man, those two were winners. The other 2 we boosted, we got to 800 views total. The other 2 that we boosted for the same $7 got 3,500 views, and the other one got 4,000. Why? Why the big leap? You're starting to understand the algorithm, and you're telling the algorithm, I'm onto you. And now it knows that when you advertise, that you're advertising to these audiences of 4,000, 3,000. See what's happening here? So that turns into an ad. Then your ads, you can spend more money. Sam, damn it. I just said, gotta dominate your market. And the one chiropractor that's literally 13 feet from my office is the one on here listening to all this stuff. I'm kidding, man. I'd love to help you. Do you use an app to preset posts? Hang on. You gotta love it, right? When your neighbors are all on here. Yeah. Do you use an app? Yeah, there's lots of them. Later.com. I just said one earlier. Hootsuite, Social Suite. There's a bunch of cool ones. I'm just not a big fan of all these fees that add up. You start buying all these little app things, and it's $20 here, $45 here. And then at the end of the day, you're like $300 into these apps. But anyways, long story short, there are some great ones out there. Hootsuite can post across all your platforms, and then you can schedule them. You can mix and match them. Highly efficient to be doing that. And that's the way to really make that work there too. So yeah, absolutely. Take a look, play around. There, some of them have free trials. Find the one that you like. When it comes to tech, it really is about you and your visual learning. So it's funny how 3 or 4 different platforms that do the similar things. Plenty of patience to go. You're right, man. There's no way. It's funny when we talk like that about there is no competition. Sam is literally across the street from me. Great chiro, great guy, great head on his shoulders. And it's so awesome to do that because then we got 2 great chiropractors in our community, really truly trying to help people. You're absolutely right. There's no way. How many patients can you possibly see? Like 100 new patients a month. Great. But we live in a city with 4 million people. Like there's no way when you start doing the math, if you can accumulate 20,000 patient files in your career, you've made a good dent in society. So you're absolutely right, Sam. There's like 350,000 people like in the direct communities around our 2 offices. So not worried about competition. Does that affect posts? Yeah, great question. They're downgraded by the algorithms. You're absolutely right. Yes, unfortunately, by the amount of content we need to post, unless you're Gary Vee or Hormozi, whatever these guys are, you can't post 800 pieces of content per month. So we have to just, give and take what we can here and be like, am I truly going to post organic in the moment video content from my phone to all 5 platforms daily? Let's be honest. Sam's got time. I don't. Sam's just getting started. He might have the time. I do not have the time to do this, nor does anyone in my office have the time to do this. So using social platforms that pre-populate and post is the way to do it. However, you're right. Do the algorithms like that? No. You'll find that your organic content posted in the moment, that video that's posted right there in the moment, straight to your feed, will do better. And as you test this stuff and you see it, you'll go back and be like, okay, well, before I give that piece of content too much credit, I did post it right from my phone as a video without scheduling it, and I boosted it, and then you can just go back and look at the content. So there is some more dissection on that. Great question, Sam. It does affect the algorithm, yes, but again, give and take. It's better to be posting content than to not. I'm going to tell you that right now, for sure. For sure. Any more questions? For video to your page, should it mostly be personal things and just some chiropractic related, or mostly all chiropractic on the page? Well, we went through, if you're on my email list, and a couple videos ago, probably a couple months ago, we talked about the 70-30 rule. So this page that you're going to create, this professional page, Dr. Elan page, not profile, you're going to post content on there. 70% of it should just be fun. I call it fun content that's not saying this. You ready? So you don't want to post a video like this. Hey everyone, Dr. Enrico Dolcecore here. I am the absolute best in this community at helping people with disc herniations. We have all the technology we need in the office, and what a disc herniation is when the pressure in the capsule absolutely bursts the disc material out, it can cause a bulge or herniation by tearing the annual fibers. And we have spinal decompression in the office to help people that may have been suffering from these types of conditions. That should be less than 30% of the content that goes out on that page. Same thing with your business page. Because if I keep posting these videos, hey everyone, Dr. Enrico here again. Got headaches? Well, that's dural tension. And the dura, first off, people don't care. And two, it just becomes redundant, and it's always like a sales pitch over and over and over again. So great question. 70% should be fun. Like, what's fun stuff that you could post at the office? Fun. I don't have any chiro equipment around me. But anyways, let's say this is an activator. I would pull out the activator and be like, hey, you see what this tool is? We use this all the time. It's a magical adjusting tool in the office. It's actually spring loaded, and it's got a rubber stopper to it. These rubber stoppers actually break, and they start to peel and tear sometimes. So I've got a whole bucket of these that are extra, and I'll go get the bucket, and I'll show them the bucket of extra stoppers on here. That video will take right off because people are like, what's that click thing? Oh, it clicks. There's a spring in there. I never knew there was a spring in there. What? It's got settings. That's a rubber stopper. I thought that was like metal. It hurts so bad when he clicks that thing on my neck. That's the stuff that people want to see. And then you pull out like the extra stoppers in the background. And I haven't even done this video, but I'm going to go do it this week because do an activator video. There you go. And I know that's going to work. It's going to be way more exciting than, did you know the activator technique was developed by a doctor in Phoenix, Arizona? And forget it. So don't do that. Any more questions? Yeah, fun stuff. But should it all be office related or personal life? Both. Should the content that we post on our pages be all business related inside our offices or businesses, or should they be personal? I think more on the personal side than the business side. You with the kids at the beach, your favorite breakfast, your favorite coffee place, taking the dogs for a walk. You can control how much personal stuff you put out there, but it should be fun stuff. And people want to get to know you. So if we're building this algorithm and the community, people are buying you, not your fancy office, not the techniques that you do, not how nice your paint color is in your office. They're buying you. So you really want to show yourself. And are you the most authentic by talking about your job all the time? The answer is typically no, because you are liked and bought because of who you are. So show who you are, have fun with it. If you're a Bills fan, that's horrible. Like who's a Buffalo Bills fan? Like who could possibly cheer for that crappy team? So I mean, maybe you're passionate about it and you got a helmet in your office, show the helmet off, say how you got it, who autographed it. No one's going to care because it's Buffalo Bills, but who cares? That video is going to do better than than, than anything else. Sam gets all the jokes. Fine. Good. Let's do more questions on this stuff. See, I know, and now, and this video isn't going to create clarity. It's going to create a little bit of confusion, but it's okay. You need to understand this stuff. Like, I'm not here pumping out content, schmuck content to build my email list. I'm literally doing this to my small group of people that are willing to listen to the advanced things that really will push you forward in your marketing. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck doing $49 exams and getting bad leads. There's no such thing as a bad lead, but you know what I'm talking about. You've all been through this. But if you want to get better leads, it's by building these algorithms. Then you can do any type of advertising on top of it, and they will just have better results. Makes sense? Anything else about social media? Facebook, YouTube. We talked about LinkedIn. Let's leave the LinkedIn stuff for another day. Maybe we'll do a LinkedIn video someday. That's a different beast. Don't waste your time with it. It's expensive to even try. Those are real tears. Oh, sorry, buddy. The bills are not that bad. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. So that's marketing on social media. You got to clean this up. And I've been doing it. I've been guilty of using my profile, and I actually changed it to a digital creator thinking, I'm like, man, I got 1,000 people that follow me. This is really good. But it's my old friends up in Canada. They're not spending any money at my office. They're not coming to get adjusted. So that's where the problem is. You've built up your social profile with friends and family and a bad algorithm, horrible algorithm. Facebook thinks you're creating content for that, what you've been doing the last 13 years. And unfortunately, unless it's strictly been for your business solely, the algorithm is all messed up. You're better off creating a new page, professional page, whatever you do, whatever industry you're in, EnricoD.com or EnricoD.DC, and just starting to post there. Don't even waste your time on your personal stuff. You take a picture of your kid, you want to show the family, go ahead, post it on your profile. People will see it and they'll like it. But go back on your personal profile and look at all the likes that you get. See, it shows you some of the people that are actually seeing your feed. How many of you have wondered what, like, I've got like 1,000, like, I don't know how many friends on Facebook, but I'm like, I wonder what Caitlin's up to. Somebody I graduated with. They post on Facebook all the time. I haven't seen their stuff in 7 years. And then I go and search them and they post like every other day, something about, at the office, the car. I'm like, why don't I see this stuff? Do you ever wonder that? You're like, where's this person gone? Oh, did they fall off the face of the earth? They used to be on Facebook. They're still there. But because of how you interact with each other, the algorithms pull you further away and show the stuff that it thinks that you're going to be wanting to see so that you spend more time on the platform. That's it. If they keep showing you that one friend you don't care about, then you end up bouncing from there and moving to Instagram or TikTok or Sportsnet and watching the scores or whatever. They want to keep you on there. That's what these algorithms are. As convoluted as it is, it's the truth and the world that we live in, and we feed this machine. Algorithms are they're not this surreal thing. They're actually just design code to just put information and data super quick. So as people click and scroll and post and timing and frequencies and all these things that happen on there, the algorithm just keeps feeding it and keeping the data and relaying it back and trying to connect loops back, trying to create efficient loops back. You can manipulate the algorithm on the back end, which Meta doesn't tell you how they do that, to change things, which they've gotten in trouble for many times. And they've been sued many times on the marketing side and how they get and relay people's information back to the marketers and back to the viewers, kind of using their information against them to put more ads in front of their face. So they keep getting in trouble for the way they manipulate the algorithm. But at the end of the day, All we have is to play the game. You got to play the game and you need to understand a little bit of the game. Good. I got a book in the mail from Amazon, and then the lady started showing up in my feed. I never purchased the book. I never purchased the book. Isn't that nuts? Hang on a second. I got a book in the mail. So you didn't purchase the book. It just showed up in the mail to your home. Okay, I'll tell you how that happened. I'll tell you how that happened. So this person that's selling it, whatever the book is, they're probably giving it away for free. And what they're doing is they have your contact information. They either bought the list, your info is all out there. Your counties that you live in have your information listed right there. I can go and check how much you owe in your house right now and whether you paid your taxes. It's ridiculous. So they take your stuff, take your address, your name, your phone number. This is how we do this for our regenerative medicine. We'll actually send out mailers to specific zip codes. And I ask them, how do you get the information? They're like, oh, just straight from the county. We look in. So they'll find people that are currently in their homes. And these mailers will have the first and last name on them as if this mailer was made out for them. And we set up a budget. We're like, okay, we're going to send out 4,000 of these mailers for $6,000. And we're just going to send it out and invite them to a dinner. So it's like this invitation and it works out really well. We're doing it tomorrow night and we already have like 60 people signed up. So, and that's regenerative medicine. So that's different. But anyways, so don't be too surprised. So this book person did that, sent it to you, and then you did something. You looked up the book or you did something on Amazon and then Facebook automatically showing you their information. Did you know that if you look up anything on Amazon, it will show up on your social media? Because you've given social media permission to tap into your phone. They're not tapping into your phone. What they're doing is whatever else you're looking at in the internet, the social media apps that you have on your phone are allowed to cache that information from your history. So you look up for Christmas gifts for your kids, the new Mario Nintendo game, it's going to show up on Facebook. You're going to have Mario stuff. Look up for new socks, you're going to have clothing ads. It's just the way it works. It's weird but cool at the same time. Cool stuff there. Okay, I'll leave it rest for questions. I always say 30 minutes, but it's always longer. Any more questions about social media? Got to clean this up. Start there. We'll do this again. We'll do more videos on this social media stuff, but you got to clean it up. Your social, just remember this, your Facebook profile is completely useless. Completely useless. If you spend any more time posting to that, you are wasting time. So Sam, keep posting there, and I'm going to post to my business page and my professional page. I'm going to post to the pages. You keep posting to your social media platforms. No, just kidding. Yeah, your page is completely useless unless you want people to see what you've been up to, the kids, your family and friends back home. I mean, you post personal stuff on there. That's fine. You can do what you want. But if you're trying to make money and get more business and keep serving more people, then your pages are going to have more value to you than your profiles. Okay. Yeah, and make life easy. Just, find scheduling software, find a bunch of stuff. I'm doing a podcast pretty soon with Jennifer. She does this stuff. She helps business owners schedule their stuff. So as soon as that's done, I'll post it here. You guys watch it and learn from her too. So I'll get some experts in here as well. I don't know it all, but I definitely try and stay ahead of the curve for sure. That's definitely part of my weekly goal is to stay ahead of the curve. And you should too. You should always stay at least the peak of the wave, right? Stay with current events, stay with what is working. Otherwise, if you get stuck behind by a year, you end up losing a lot of effort and time and money. So if anyone else sick and tired of just bad leads coming to the office, like it just doesn't work. We've been so good at this that the leads that come in, when they call and book, the show rate is really high. And they're to get better. They truly are. So if I give a care plan or any recommendation, they're really good at getting it. And if they have an objection, I try and get it right away, whether it's time or money, so that I understand why this may not go through. That's fine. We tried this summer a new lateral neuropathy. And you can't just jump into this stuff with very little knowledge. Clinically, I did a whole bunch of background information for supplements, technology, protocols, medical, medicine review, like everything for these patients. So clinically, I was like, man, got it. I'm a neurology expert on paper. Fine. So when the patients came in, I sounded like I knew what I was talking about. But I missed the whole marketing back end of this. We've never talked about neuropathy ever on any of our platforms about anything. So when the algorithm started pushing this out, saying, oh, you want to advertise? Okay. Who are you picking? 55 plus. All right. We'll show you it to 55 plus. And my videos were all based, or I actually used the digital agency, and they put out the ads. They weren't bad people. The leads were painful. Half an hour talking to these people in the office, not buying. 3 months into this, one conversion. I'm embarrassed to tell you how much we spent. $18,000. And he bought a $7,000 package. So I'm learning, just like you guys. Don't make those big thousands of dollar mistakes. Just don't. You have to build this up. So the 90-day thing I was talking about is you thinking, okay, I'm going to post, and who do I want to see this? And the answer is always your ideal client. If you don't know who your ideal client is, go back to some of my old videos, because we talk about this stuff. And we'll do it again. We'll always come full circle. Once I start talking about all this marketing stuff, I come to a dead end, like a cul-de-sac. I got to make the turn again. We got to talk about the same stuff over again, right? So it's just the way it is, one big circle. So just keep in contact with us, and we will continue to teach you. If you need anything, reach out to me anytime. I love this stuff. I really do. Just from a business perspective, I love it. And where it can take anything. Now, when I want to do laterals or get into other businesses, or if I were to open up a restaurant, I'd be so confident in opening up a restaurant 5 miles away, knowing what I know marketing wise. I'd be like, I can make a restaurant take off. I can make a nail salon take off. I can make a dry cleaning business across the street take off. It's just so cool what you can do and what that opens up. It's the unknown that holds people back, because what's the unknown? Fear. Don't live in fear, folks. Go out there and learn, and surround yourself with the people that know what they're doing, and you'll be in good hands. Any last questions? That's it. A couple seconds. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. It's nice to have it. I was doing videos with nobody watching years ago. You got to do the same. You just got to create videos and don't worry about how many people like them or watch them. Eventually, your constant persistence in what you do in your service industry is going to pay off. People are going to be like, man, this gal's been doing it for years. I should probably go see them. It's the obvious choice. It's what happens. You build credibility. Take care. All the best. Have a great week. To your success.